Hi! Okay, so I've never done a video before, so this is going to be really awkward and awkward like that. Okay, so I wanted to do a Q&A video for my 50,000th post because I've never done one and I didn't want to do just a promo, and we'll see how it goes. Okay? What charmed character would you most want to be? Definitely Piper, because she's awesome, and she gets Leo, and she has Wyatt and Chris, who are both also awesome. She's like the sassiest and funniest, and I just love her so much. And what power would you most want? I don't know. I like the blowing shit up and the freezing, but I also like premonitions. So, well, since I'd like to be Piper, I'll just take the entire package. That's fine. I'm happy with that. And which Teen Wolf character do you identify with most? Sheriff Selinsky? No. I don't want to say Styles because everybody loves Styles, and it's like, oh, I identify with Styles, like everybody loves me, I'm so funny. But there's no one else I really relate to or identify with, because I try and be funny, and I'm mostly spastic. I'm not like Scott. Like, I'm not trying to do good things and be good to people all the time. Like, I hate people, so that's not it. And Allison's really badass, and I'm not really that badass. And Lydia's smart, and I'm really not good at school. So, Styles? But I'm not as awesome as Styles, so don't take it to be me being self-centered. Okay, moving on. If you could date any character in the Teen Wolf verse, who would it be and why? I ask because science. Okay, for science. Styles, no doubt. He's... Men always say that women say that they want a sense of humor, but actually it's not that important to them. But sense of humor is actually incredibly important to me. And no one else on that show has a sense of humor. Well, I mean, Derek is kind of sassy, but it's not really a sense of humor, and because he's mostly being serious all the time. And Scott has told like 3 jokes in the entire, well, not jokes, but this guy has been funny like 3 times in the entire series. I'd like to have sex with Jason Bourne, though. J.R. Bourne. J.R. Bourne. Jason Bourne. Okay. This is going really well. It's going well, right? Okay. How long have you had your Tumblr? I'm actually coming up on my 3-year anniversary, which I didn't realize until a couple weeks ago. I was hoping that the two would overlap. I think it's August 10th, and then 3 years ago. My favorite food is cheese, but it's not like a meal. I'd have to say cheeseburgers and grilled cheese Thai, but just like cheese, like on everything. Favorite Teen Wolf / Hunger Games character. My favorite Teen Wolf character is probably Derek, especially after last night's episode with Paige. That was just so good. But, I mean, like, Styles is also, he's right up there, because Styles is really funny, but he has this whole dark side with his mother's death that we still don't really know about, and he's basically been taking care of his father, and he tries to mask it all with humor, and he's a great friend to Scott, and he's very loyal, but totally has this dark side that would be really interesting to see. Like, I love dark Styles. And I want to see more Magic Styles, too. But I think Derek, just because he's been through so much, like, he's such an interesting character, just because he has been through so much, and he still gets out of bed every day, and he tries to do what's right, even though he's just doesn't know how to do what's right. He tried to make his pack, and people like Scott and people got mad at him for doing that, but like all he knew is that he needed to build a pack, and he gave people the choice. And he wasn't a very good alpha because he was never supposed to be the alpha. Laura was supposed to be the alpha, and he was still trying. And then he was really upset when people left, and now people are dying, and he's taking it so hard. Like, he's just trying to be such a good person. He is such a good person, but just can't seem to do things right. And the fact that he's still trying to do so much good after everything that's happened to him is, I think, pretty miraculous, and that's why I love him so much. Favorite Hunger Games character would have to be Peeta, for obvious reasons, because he's so awesome, just so well spoken and smart and clever, and he is the brains behind the entire Mockingjay operation. Like, everything that they've done spawned from things that he told Haymitch, like his crush on her, and then the pregnancy was all his idea, and the marriage, the engagement, which was his idea, and stuff like that. And he was gone for most of the setting up of the revolution, but I mean, so much of that is because of what he did. In my memoirs class, after I wrote my Hunger Games memoir, they asked me who my favorite character was and if I liked Katniss the most, and they were shocked when I didn't say that I actually don't like Katniss that much. Like, I like her more in Mockingjay than I like her in the other ones, but she's definitely not my favorite character. And it was, like, obvious that all these people had not read the book, because you can't help but love Peeta so much in the books. Like, it wouldn't have been a shock to them if they had read them. But I just thought that was funny. My first URL was Hokahay, which means today is a good day to die. But I actually love it because it's not saying, like, live every day to the fullest, because that's sort of a resolution that people don't keep, But Hokahay is, like, looking back on the day and being like, yeah, okay, I had a really good day. Like, today would be okay to die. I would be okay if this was my last day. And it's actually really funny that I love that phrase so much, considering that I spend every day, all day on Tumblr, but, today would be a good day to die. The trailer came out a couple days ago. Teen Wolf was on last night. I'd be okay with that. What's on your bucket list? Skydiving is one of them. My friend and I had an appointment to go skydiving, and it rained. So we weren't able to go, and then she moved across the country and stuff like that, so I haven't been able to go yet. But I really want to do that. I want to go to San Diego Comic-Con. That is something I absolutely am going to do before I die. Hopefully I won't have to wait that long. On my bucket list would be to write a movie for a major studio that gets released on a major stage. Okay, so I want to be a screenwriter. I don't know if all my followers have seen that, but that's what I want to do. So having a movie be released on a national level would be just a dream come true. But even more than a movie, I would love to have a TV show that was very successful and had a fandom following, because I know how important fandom has been to me and to my followers and to the people I follow. And so creating a show that people followed, that they loved as much as I see people love Teen Wolf and One Tree Hill and Charmed and stuff like that, it would just be incredible. And it'd be an incredible feeling to have people love a show that I wrote that much. More tattoos. If you could meet any fictional character, who would it be and why? I want to meet Darcy. And not from the frickin' Keira Knightley movie. I mean, like, Colin Firth Darcy, 6-hour-long BBC Darcy. Um, that's who I'd want to meet. Oh, and I'd make him fall in love with me, and then we'd have babies. I don't know why, except for I think he's a really interesting character. Like we'd have to hit it off though. That's the other thing. Like I think I could get along with Styles and Scott and Peeta, maybe Katniss. Like I think I could get along with my favorite characters, but and so it would be great to meet them. But I don't know if I could get along with Darcy. It would just be really interesting to meet him, and talk to him. I'd want to meet Darcy so I could marry him. I'd want to meet like Katniss or Styles or Scott or Derek just to hang out with them, you know? So now let's go with Styles. I just love Styles so much. If you could go back to any point in history, when and why? Regency era England, I think. Um, just the balls and the beautiful gowns that everyone wore every day, and the manners. Um, the courting is so kind of adorable, but it's so quaint, you know. And the men are all gentlemen, and they dress nicely, and I think that's when. And I wouldn't have to get a job or anything. Just wait for my husband to come along. Is this too many questions? No, Katie, it's not. Because I love questions and I wanted to answer them all. And not that many people ask me questions, which makes me sad.
Well, you want to feed the ducks?
Yeah, sure.
Check out their food already.
Okay.
And then I don't want to go down right now. You see.
Yeah, seriously.
You're not fancy.
I'm not fancy. I know. I know.
Girl. All right.
Shh. Don't tell her I was talking to myself. Talking to my computer. So, that's my video. I don't really have anything else to say. I just wanted to say thank you to all 1,415 followers. I love you guys so much. I remember it's probably a year and a half ago. So I had this blog for a year and a half, and I still only had about 10 followers because I started out as like a hipstery blog, but I'm not a hipster. So I was like doing what I thought hipsters should do, which is post pictures of Natalie Portman and ballet dancers and Kate Moss and I and flowers. So I had no followers except for my friends and my boyfriend who I forced to follow me. That I went to go see the Hunger Games, and of course I delved into the Hunger Games fandom. And watched the movie a whole bunch and read the books and just got completely involved in that and gained some followers. And then I watched Teen Wolf and gained some followers, and it's just been snowballing. And I can't believe how many followers I have now and how much this blog has grown from just the terrible blog that it used to be. And I just want to thank you guys. I probably would not get on every day and do everything I do if it weren't for you guys. And I'm happy that you guys keep me involved because I love being involved, and I need someone to light a fire under my butt to do it. And having all of you guys follow me is what does it. And just thank you for following me, and I hope that you enjoy everything. I love you, and don't ever leave me. I'm just kidding, but seriously, I love you, and if you ever need anything, just send me a message. I'll always be here.